Unarmed police officers stabbed to death in UK Parliament attack. At least 5 people have died in an apparent terrorist attack that took place in London near the Houses of Parliament on Wednesday, a date that coincided with the first anniversary of deadly suicide bombings in Brussels. The attack came as the Westminster Bridge was packed with tourists and pedestrians, and while Parliament was in session. After mowing down at least 20 people, the car sped toward the Palace of Westminster and only came to a halt when it crashed into the railings of the new palace yard. The suspect then ran to the Parliament grounds, where he stabbed and killed an unarmed police officer. The man was then shot dead by armed officers. The attacker has not yet been identified. It is believed that he acted alone. Say no to safe spaces on YouTube. Support TomoNews at patreon.com/TomoNews. London is a frequent target. Here's a review of recent terror attacks on the UK capital. London Muslim terrorist filmed by many, but only 2 people actually tried to stop him. What would you do if you saw a crazed-looking man with a bloody knife lunging at people while screaming something about Syria? Most people, understandably, ran away. A good many others pulled out their phones and started filming. Very few, however, actually tried to do something to help. 29-year-old Muhaddin Mire entered East London's Leytonstone metro station at about 7 p.m. Saturday and punched a 56-year-old man carrying a guitar to the ground. Mira then leapt onto the man and, using a box cutter or craft knife, began cutting the guitarist's neck in what may have been an attempt to behead the victim. Leaving his first victim seriously wounded, the terrorist lunged at other commuters. 2 brave men then attempted to distract and corner the attacker. One of the men was not named, but the other is Leytonstone resident David Pethers. Pethers says he saw kids in the metro station and decided he had to try to take the suspect down. Pethers, 33, then reportedly tried to tackle the knifeman, trading punches with the terrorist suspect until police arrived. It was only later Pethers realized his own neck had been slashed. It took 2 taser hits before the suspect dropped his knife and was arrested. The 56-year-old guitarist was taken to hospital, but his wounds are not believed to be life-threatening. Pethers' cut did not require medical attention, but his temper required some calming. Pethers says he became furious after people approached him following the incident, saying, "Good job, and we got it all on film." "Are you crazy?" Pethers says he told the cameraman. "You stood there filming and did nothing?" What do you think? Should more people have tried to help subdue the knife-wielding terrorist? Or is that asking too much? Would you have filmed or helped? London tube attacker had ISIS images on his cell phone. The man who went postal and slashed a 56-year-old man inside a London subway station over the weekend already claimed that his motive was ISIS-related after he shouted, "This is for Syria," during the attack. But that connection with the extremist group has become even stronger after British authorities discovered ISIS-related photos on the man's phone, including flags associated with the Islamic State. Muhaddin Mire approached his victim in the tube station in Leytonstone at around 7 p.m. on Saturday and reportedly sawed at the man's neck before threatening other passersby. Responding police officers used stun guns to eventually disarm the attacker. When officers searched the 29-year-old's phone after the attack, they found photos from last month's Paris terrorist attacks, and that's not all. According to CNN, authorities also found photos on Mire's phone from last week's heinous killings at a social services agency in San Bernardino, California. While not exactly claiming credit for it, ISIS has applauded that incident, which left 14 dead after a husband and wife duo opened fire on government agency employees. A search of Mire's phone's web history indicates that the Somali-born Londoner has previously searched for information about Islamic State and knife attacks carried out by Palestinians. The Scotland Yard is treating Saturday's knife attack as a terrorist incident, and the Westminster Magistrates Court has deemed Mire a danger to the public due to his apparent mental health issues. He has been charged with 1 count of attempted murder. UK couple convicted of plotting July 7th London anniversary attack. A married British couple have been convicted of plotting to carry out a massive terror attack in London on the 10th anniversary of the July 7, 2005 transportation system bombing. Mohammed Rahman and Sana Ahmed Khan, who shared a radical and violent extremist ideology, knew each other since childhood and married in secret. Khan funded Rahman's jihadist dream of planning an attack on the 10th anniversary of the 7/7 London bombing by buying chemicals and explosive manuals with her work salary and payday loans. Rahman even asked netizens to choose the bombing site between the Westfield Shopping Centre or the London Underground on Twitter.
Shit, what?
The couple reportedly also test-fired one of their bombs in their backyard. Rahman was arrested on May 28th at a co-op when armed police descended on him. Experts believe the couple were only a detonator short from completing the bomb. Police found a Jihadi John-style hunting knife and chemicals that could be used to create a massive bomb, including 10 kilos of urea nitrate, a highly explosive chemical. After their arrest, the couple turned on each other during their trial, accusing each other of being the real Islamic extremist. The couple were convicted by a jury on Tuesday and are expected to be sentenced later this week. Say no to safe spaces on YouTube. Support TomoNews at patreon.com/TomoNews. 1 dead, 5 injured in London mass stabbing. A man suspected to be mentally ill went on a stabbing spree in central London on Wednesday night, August 3rd. The 19-year-old had been wielding a knife in a busy area near Russell Square. At around 10:30 p.m., he started attacking people with his weapon. He injured 6 people. One of his victims was a woman in her 60s. She later died. Police arrived within minutes and took down the attacker with a taser before arresting him. As a result of the knife attack, the city has increased the number of patrols and armed officers on the streets. Beat police in the UK generally don't carry guns.